In this subject, we have divided our course into 8 modules, and depending on the topic contents, each module again have been divided by few lectures. Finally, I have planned to complete the course of Control System 1 by 25 lectures.
Hello, my dear students. In the last lecture, I have discussed effect of gain on the movement of poles and zeros of the system. Today, I am starting 17th lecture of course on Control System 1. Now, in the present lecture, I am going to discuss polar plots.
Today, I will try to cover polar plots of frequency domain analysis. Course outcome. Understand the concept of feedback system and controllers, design compensator in frequency domain. Objectives. After studying this chapter, student will be able to understand the polar plots and determine the stability of frequency response system. Frequency response analysis. In time domain analysis, various standard test inputs like impulse, step, and ramp function are used to study the performance of control system. From the step response of a second order system, we can find time domain specifications like peak overshoot, peak time, rise time, and steady state error. But the determination of the transfer function from the step response is very difficult. On the other hand, using frequency response method, we can easily obtain the transfer function from the exponential data. Frequency response of a system is the response of the system for sinusoidal input signal of various frequencies. In general, the sinusoidal test signal is used for input signal, where RT is the input signal. So RT is equal to A into sine omega t, where A is the amplitude of the signal and omega is the frequency oscillation. Normally, A is kept constant to obtain frequency response. For the standard sinusoidal input signal, the system gives a sinusoidal steady state output. So Ct equal to B into sine omega t plus phi, where B is the amplitude of the output and omega is the oscillation, and this phi is the phase angle difference between input and output. The relation between the sinusoidal input RT and steady state sinusoidal output CT of the system in the frequency domain is known as the frequency response. Advantages of frequency response system. Transfer functions of the system can be determined using the frequency response analysis. Design of the system and adjusting the parameter of the system can be easily carried out than in time domain analysis. And the effect of noise disturbance generated in the system and parameters variation in frequency domain analysis can be easily determined. And absolute and relative stability of the closed loop system can be estimated from the knowledge of the open loop frequency system. Frequency response plots. We know that Gs equal to Cs by Rs. If put S equal to j omega, then the transfer function of a system Gs can be described in the frequency domain by relation Gj omega equal to, we can write R omega plus J x omega. So this is considered a rectangular form where R omega is the real part of Gj omega and x omega is the imaginary part of Gj omega. If transfer function consider polar form, then Gj omega to write down mod of and angle of this Gs. Then write down magnitude means m and phase angle is equal to phi. Then write down angle equal to tan inverse x omega by r omega. That means imaginary part by real part. Imaginary part is y-axis, real part is x-axis. Then write down magnitude. So taking mod of Gj omega, then this formula is root over real part square plus imaginary part square. As the frequency varies from 0 to infinity, then the magnitude and phase angle vary. The graphical representation of frequency response system Gj omega can be obtained from this equation 1. Variation in m and phi as omega, the input frequency is varied from 0 to infinity, can obtain the different method. The commonly used method to sketch such frequency response for given system are polar plots, Nyquist plot, Bode plots, and M and N chart and Nicol charts. From these plots, frequency domain specification such as bandwidth, gain margin, phase margin, and other frequency domain specification are determined. These details help in determine the stability of the system, adjust the gain of the control system, and help the designing the control system. So I will discuss first polar plots. What is polar plots? The polar plot of a sinusoidal transfer function Gj omega is plot of the magnitude of Gj omega versus the phase angle of Gj omega on the polar coordinates, as omega is varies from 0 to infinity. The polar plots is the locus of vectors, magnitude of Gj omega, angle of Gj omega, as omega varies from 0 to infinity. In polar plots, the magnitude of GJ omega is plotted as the distance from origin, while the phase angle is measured from positive real axis. Positive phase angle is measured counterclockwise, while negative phase angle is measured clockwise from positive real axis. If this is 0 degree, then clockwise movement, then this angle is minus 90. Then at that point, this angle is minus 180. And this point is minus 270 to 360 degree. If consider anti-clockwise direction from the real axis, so this is 0 degree and this is plus 90. This point is plus 180 and this axis is plus 272 plus 360. And always magnitude plotted from the origin. The limitation of polar plots are the addition of poles or zeros to an existing system requires the recalculation of the frequency response. And the calculation of frequency response by this method is tedious and does not indicate the effects of individual pole or zeros of the transfer function. Polar plot capture the behavior over the entire frequency range in a single plot. An approximate polar plot can be drawn quickly and polar plots can be used for stability studies of control system. Procedure to sketch the polar plot. In many control system applications, an exact plot of the frequency response is not possible. A rough sketch of the polar plot in the transfer function GJ omega is quite sufficient for stability analysis in the frequency domain. If we know the value of magnitude and phase angle at omega equal to 0 and omega equal to infinity, then we can sketch the rough polar plot. The general shape of the polar plot of the function GJ omega can be determined from the following procedure. Step 1. Determine the transfer function Gs of the system. Step 2. Put S equal to J omega in the transfer function to obtain J omega. Step 3. At omega equal to 0, then find the magnitude of J omega. And when omega equal to infinity, then find the magnitude of J omega. Step 4. Calculate the phase angle of J omega. When omega equal to 0, then calculate the phase angle, and when omega equal to infinity, then calculate the phase angle. Step 5. Rationalize the function of J omega and separate the real and imaginary parts. Step 6. Equate the imaginary part of J omega to 0 and determine the frequencies at which plot intersect the real axis and calculate the value of J omega at the point of intersection by substituting the determined value of frequency in the expression of J omega. Step 7. Equating the real part of magnitude of J omega to 0 and determine the frequencies at which plots intersect the imaginary axis and calculate the value of gj omega at the point of intersection by substituting the determine the value of frequency in the rationalized expression of gj omega. Step 8. Sketch the polar plot. The above procedure is used to sketch a rough polar plot. However, a more detailed plot can be drawn by calculating the magnitude m and phase angle phi of the given transfer function at a different frequencies in the range 0 to infinity. So I will explain polar plot by some examples. Numerical solution problem 1. Sketch the polar plot of the transfer function Gs equal to 1 by S. Then put S equal to j omega. So we get 1 by j omega. 1 plus j0 divided by 0 plus j omega. That means 1 is the real part and j0 is the imaginary part. Here real part is 0 and imaginary part is omega. Then write down phase angle. Phase angle is equal to tan inverse y by x. That means imaginary part by real part. Here imaginary part is 0 divided by real part is 1. Divided by tan inverse imaginary part by real part, omega by 0. Then this angle is 0 and this angle is 90 degree because tan inverse infinity is 90. We know that if any angle phi equal to phi 1 into phi 2, then it can be written as phi 1 plus phi 2. If any angle phi equal to phi 1 divided by phi 2, then it can be written as phi 1 minus phi 2. So where is a phi equal to, if this is considered phi 1 and this is phi 2, then total angle is phi 1 minus phi 2. That means this is 0 minus 90 degree. So this angle is minus 90 degree. Then calculate magnitude. Magnitude is taking mod of g j omega equal to 1 by root over of real part square plus imaginary part square. There are no real part, so only imaginary part means omega square. Then we get omega. Similarly, there is no imaginary part, only real part is 1. 1 square, that means 1. Then consider a table. Then write down omega, m and phi. When omega equal to 0, this is the starting point. Then calculate magnitude and phase angle. Then magnitude is, put omega equal to 0, then infinity. Similarly, when omega equal to infinity, this magnitude is 0. Then phase angle is always minus 90 degree. Then draw polar plot. So this is real axis, this is imaginary axis. If your movement clockwise, so this is minus 90 degree axis, this is minus 180 degree axis, this is minus 270 and this is 0 degree axis. Here starting point is omega equal to 0, then magnitude is infinity and angle is minus 90 degree axis. But we cannot draw the magnitude of infinity. So that's why we consider this is infinity and this is the starting point and omega is increased, then magnitude is decreased but phase angle axis is same, then this is finishing point. So this is the polar plot. Numerical solution problem 2. Sketch the polar plot of the transfer function gs equal to 1 by s square. Put s equal to j omega. Then 1 by j omega into j omega equal to 1 plus j0 divided by 0 plus j omega into 0 plus j omega. Then taking magnitude. So 1 by root over omega square into, for this part, root over omega square. Then we get omega into omega is equal to 1 by omega square. Then taking phase angle. For numerator part, tan inverse 0 by 1, and this is tan inverse omega by 0 into tan inverse omega by 0. That means infinity. So angle is 90 degree, 90 degree. Then total angle is 0 minus 90 degree minus 90 degree. So this is minus 180 degree always. This angle is not depend on the omega. Then taking this table, when omega equal to 0, then magnitude is infinity and phase angle is 180. When omega equal to infinity, then magnitude is 0. Then phase angle is 180. So draw the polar plot. Polar plot draw in the plain paper. Then this is the starting point. When omega equal to 0, this axis is minus 180 degree axis and this magnitude is infinity. Then omega is increased but phase angle is same and magnitude is decreased to 0. So this is the finishing point. This is the final polar plot diagram. Numerical solution problem 3. Sketch polar plot for simple RL circuit. Then draw RL circuit. If input voltage is Vi and output voltage is V0 and current passes through the circuit is I. Taking KVL and Laplace equation. So Vi is equal to L SIS plus RIS. Another output equation is V0S equal to RIS. Then taking transfer function, that means output by input equal to R by LS plus R. So from this equation we get 1 by 1 plus TS. Here is a time constant is L by R. That means where time constant L by R considered capital T. Then put S equal to j omega, then taking magnitude of this. So we get 1 by root over real square plus imaginary part square. And taking phase angle is equal to tan inverse 0 by 1 divided by tan inverse omega t by 1. Then taking table. When omega equal to 0, that means the starting point, then what is the magnitude? Magnitude is 1. Then phase angle, this angle is 0 and put omega equal to 0, this angle is also 0. So this phi is 0. Then put omega equal to 1 by t. Then what is the value? This value is 0.5. If omega equal to 1 by t, then this is tan inverse 1. So this angle is 45 degree. So 0 minus 45. So this we get minus 45 degree. Similarly, when omega equal to infinity, then put infinity, then this is 0 and angle is minus 90 degree because this is infinity, so minus 90 degree. Then draw polar plot. Starting point is omega 0. Then magnitude is 1. So we consider this magnitude is 1 from the origin. And axis is 0 degree axis, this point. Then omega is increased. Then magnitude is also increased. Okay. Because when omega equal to 1 by t at that point, then magnitude is 0.5. Then what is the phase angle? This is 45 degree angle. Then omega is increased, then magnitude is decreased to 0. But phase angle is minus 90 degree axis. So this is finishing point. This is minus 90 degree and magnitude is 0. Omega is infinity. This is the final polar plot. Sketch the polar plot of the transfer function gs equal to 1 by s into 1 plus st. Put s equal to j omega. Then j omega into 1 plus j omega into t. Then taking magnitude. So magnitude is 1 divided by, for j omega this is omega and this is root over 1 plus omega t whole square. And what is the phase angle? This is equal to tan inverse 0 by 1, then tan inverse omega by 0 and into tan inverse omega t by 1. Then taking table, when omega equal to 0, then calculate magnitude. Put 0, then magnitude is infinity. When omega equal to infinity, then this magnitude is 0. Then calculate phase angle. When omega equal to 0, this angle is 0 minus infinity, that means 90 minus, if 0, so this angle is 0 minus 90 degree. When omega equal to infinity, then we get this value is, this is minus 90 and for this angle is 90. That means minus 90 minus 90 minus 180. Then draw the polar plot. Starting point, when omega equal to 0, magnitude is infinity, but phase angle is minus 90 degree axis. So this is minus 90 degree axis and this is the omega equal to 0, magnitude is infinity. And if omega is increased, then angle is increased for negative side and magnitude is decreased. Then this is the finishing point because this axis is minus 180 degree and this magnitude is 0. So this polar plot move minus 90 degree to minus 180 degree and magnitude is decreased infinity to 0. This is the final polar plot. Please follow the next part of this lecture. The sources and references that I have used to prepare this video lecture are enlisted here.
Please follow the lecture. Thank you.